Hello, welcome to game 2 of my match against Ronarouseme. This one is for the State of Texas Championship. So the winner is going to be awarded a white Ford F-150 pickup truck, which was the most Texan thing I could think of. Okay, this looks like fool's gold to me. I want to get a lookout. They've got a band of Misfits, which they can probably play as lookout. The question is, what am I pairing lookout with, and just making sure I figure that out. Lookout Diplomat doesn't seem like it does very much. Lookout Cutpurse seems reasonable, although it does kind of get hampered by the settlers and stuff. So I think I'm gonna go lookout to start. I think I'm gonna get a fair actually. And then just try to cram in fool's golds. Maybe get a second lookout fairly soon. I don't know what they're going to play the band of Misfits as. If they play the band of Misfits as alternating like Cutpurse, lookout, whatever, it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I'll grab a fair. Or a second lookout. So if I get a second lookout, I'm only hitting like 2, but that's all I really need to hit with fool's golds. So maybe I'll just go. I could also go bishop, but it doesn't seem particularly good to me. You can get Destriers with the fool's golds. You'll be able to afford it. I'm going to go double lookout, I think. I think that gets me thin fastest, which is my primary goal here. And if I need to pick up like 2 fool's golds with 4, I can pretty easily. But I'll hit 3 probably most of the time for a while. It's not a great draw. Lookouts with estates. I should be able to trash 1 estate here though, and 1 copper, and then pass turn. So Basilica should work nicely with the fair and the fool's gold stuff. Yeah, they put it as bishop, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, this is a kind of kingdom where it can work. I think the opportunity cost of the bishop is a lot lower if you get the 5-2, because, you know, band of Misfits is pretty reasonable, because even if you're just going to play it as lookout, or, you know, in the best case, you can play it as a diplomat, like if you have a lookout in hand, or they play a Cutpurse on you or something. Yeah, that Cutpurse hurts a lot, because I was going to get 2 fool's golds, and now I don't get any, and they're able to get a regular gold. Okay, and I grab my first fool's gold now. I did have, I knew that the estate was the bottom card of my deck there, which is a little bit sad, but not much that can be done. And we get rid of all that, grab the other fool's gold. There is something to having some settlers, if they play Cutpurse, or just to draw whatever card your lookout sees. But I'm pretty happy to be super thin with fool's golds here. I'm not going to be able to buy 2 fool's golds this turn, but I will leave this fool's gold on top and buy a 3rd fool's gold. So I have 3 fool's golds now, a lookout, and what must be 3 coppers. So they're hitting 8. Are they just going to province now? They're going to do this bustling village stuff. I'm starting to believe that I was a little bit unambitious in my game plan, that they can just like slowly add groundskeepers to the deck. So maybe that's something I need to consider doing, like add a fool's gold, band of Misfits here. You know, 1 band of Misfits seems actually pretty nice for the deck that I'm building. Because I can play it as bishop or Cutpurse or diplomat potentially. So this plan is to get fool's gold, band of Misfits, and then I can potentially get rid of some of these lookouts. And then next turn try to add a fool's gold and a Destrier and build up there. They haven't added any lookouts, which is interesting to me. I'm gonna kill this lookout already. I guess I'm gonna kill the copper and discard the lookout. So that's 10. Is there any desire for me to get bustling villages? Do I want to play multiple terminals? I don't really think so. I can always grab them. I just want to go Groundskeeper, Destrier. So if this Destrier doesn't draw a copper or a lookout, I'll play the lookout. And then I'll play the Band of Misfits as Diplomat. And then once I've thinned out the stuff, I'll bishop away the lookout. My deck will be very clean. And I can start buying like a state Groundskeeper every turn. I'm quite behind on VP. I thought my deck would be faster to get up and running. That one turn they hit me with Cutpurse actually really hurt. But their bishop did, and I had awkward estate draws with my lookouts to start, which sets me back a little bit. That being said, they're meandering a little bit. They have not trashed. They've not thinned coppers, which seems like a pretty big mistake. They still have all of their coppers, it looks like, in one estate. 12. We'll see what they do. We'll see if they start graining or if they get like double Groundskeeper. It's a pretty reasonable set of purchases. No, thank you. I did hit 10 last turn, right? So like I may want to look to add another piece at some point to hit 16. I don't know. That just doesn't. All right. So this lookout can trash the last lookouts. Groundskeeper, and this can really be anything. I can just thin this copper, bishop this copper away. I don't really want to give them a free bishop play, but maybe it doesn't matter. That'll get me to 10, and I'm gonna go double Groundskeeper, I think. And then reconsider from there what I want to do. I don't think they can reliably like province every turn for the next 5 turns. Their deck is pretty junky. They have those 2 golds, but they've got to find them somehow. They took a Groundskeeper. Okay. So they're in on doing the stuff that I'm doing. I will go ahead and bishop away this lookouts. Yeah, so this is was it 13 money? 14 money actually the turns I played bishop. And I think I just get double Groundskeeper this turn. Hard to imagine something outscores double Groundskeeper. My deck is slightly awkward if I don't draw the Destrier. So I'm going to look to get a Destrier. Another Destrier I think is probably necessary. Otherwise I find the Band of Misfits and then my turn ends with like Cutpurse or something. They took 1 Groundskeeper. Okay. Never punished. So I don't really want to bishop away a Fool's Gold. They've seen most of their settlers. They've seen 1. I've seen 3 of them. So I don't really want to. They have a bunch of coppers in the discard, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like it matters too much. Yeah, they have all their coppers in the discard, so I'll just go ahead and play this for fun. And I think, again, this is pretty clearly 2 Groundskeepers. Having a 7-3 lead on Groundskeepers seems important. And then this turn I'll probably buy like a Destrier and whatever the largest green card is that I can afford. And look to basically stay somewhat golden. Although adding Destriers, has that effect roughly because I'm adding draw. But the likelihood I draw deck adding in a large number of Destriers and provinces ends up going down because the likelihood that I don't have a bad order somewhere increases the bigger the deck gets, although perhaps it's a finite game, so it's not like that's going to happen super often. All right. So this is the top of their shuffle, so the Cutpurse is going to be slightly less annoying, but do that. Yeah, so we'll just get a province now and a Destrier, or yeah, I don't really see a reason not to get a province and a Destrier. and I can always bishop away the province. I assume they've got 4 fool's golds. Having 2 in hand at the top of that shuffle is quite lucky. However, now that I've said that, this turn is a lot worse because they've discarded 2 gold. They've gained 2 golds. Where do the golds get gained? Oh, they get gained onto your deck. I never actually used that ability of Fool's Gold, so I did not know that. Okay, this is where we're slightly annoyed with life, but I think we just bishop this province away pretty happily. And then we buy like a duchy and a Destrier, and we're ahead on VP. We're basically uncapped as to how much VP we can gain. Uncapped is the wrong word. What's the word I'm looking for? We can gain strictly more VP per turn than they can. I mean, they can hit double province potentially, which is 12, with 3 Groundskeepers in play, which is 18. I have 7 Groundskeepers, so as long as I can hit duchy estate, I'm actually getting more VP than they are per turn. But we're seeing here these hands where they've got all these coppers. They've got a mixture of fool's golds and regular golds. You know, we are limited to 2 buys with fair, so this kingdom will not go on much longer here. All right, and I will go ahead and I'm gonna just keep bishoping the green cards for now. Perhaps it's not necessary, but I should be able to actually keep this province here pretty easily, and just maybe add 1 more Destrier after that, and then look to province duchy. My provinces are worth 15 points compared to theirs, which are worth at most 9. So even if they double, like, I'm just pretty far ahead here. Yeah, no, I felt like I was in a little bit of trouble early. They had built up pretty nicely early on. They had some big turns. I think they probably didn't need to get fool's golds, and they should have gotten like some lookout trashing going. And then look to maybe add some bustling villages. Bustling villages would be very nice with their settlers. So if they drew the bustling village later in the turn, they could effectively add draw. And if you have those bustling villages, you can perhaps add a diplomat, something like that. I'll go ahead and play a Cutpurse. And we'll just keep doing what we were doing there. Province Destrier feels reliable enough. I certainly could do more on these turns, like Province Duchy, or even like Province Gold to move to double provincing. But I don't need to be able to double province to end the game. It's a little dicey there with that draw order, but my deck is mostly draw cards. Yeah, so my bottom 4 cards have a lot of green in them. Will I bishop this province? I don't see a specific reason to bishop the province. And again, I'll just go province duchy now, given how close we are in the game, and knowing that I had a bunch of Destriers at the very bottom of that deck. It's going to be pretty tough for them to catch up here. One other thing I can do is bishop extra Destriers for VP at the end, which can be a nice source of VP. Okay, and I will go ahead and play a bishop on this duchy. Just do the same thing. Now I've got enough VP lead that I'll just buy province Destrier, and basically give myself a guarantee that I'll be able to hit province next turn. Depending on how long their turn takes, I can think about hitting 100 here. So a province and a duchy is 9, so I'd only want to play 3. 3 Groundskeepers to make that work. This is not going to be it, though, but whatever. This is enough for province, so second game goes to me, and I'm up 2-0. We move on to game 3.